You're listening to The Lyndia Grant Show. Think on these things with Lyndia Grant.
Well, good evening, Radio 1 listeners. It's good to have you here with us today. I am excited about our show today. We are having a special treat today, talking about the D.C. Democratic Women's Club in Washington, D.C., where our president is Jeanette Mobley. So we're excited about the D.C. Democratic Women's Club, and my two guests that are going to be on with me today are Reverend Denise Burris, and we also have Saymendy Lloyd. Dr. Julianne Malvo is not feeling well today, so she won't be able to. We're going to do the entire show dedicated to D.C. Democratic Women's Club. So I want to say hi to Reverend Burris. Are you there? Reverend Denise Burris, can you hear me? Saymendy, I don't hear anybody.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hi. Saymendy, yes, I hear you. How are you? Where is Reverend Burris?
She was on. I'm not sure what's going on, but she was.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to introduce you, and maybe she'll call you back and get reconnected, or she can call me, and we'll have her. But we are talking about the D.C. Democratic Women's Club today, and I'm going to introduce Saymendy Lloyd. She is a member. Just let me tell you a little bit about the D.C. Democratic Women's Club. As I told you, President Jeanette Mobley, who is an activist, worked for the city council and done a multiplicity of outstanding things that she's been honored for. I don't have her resume in front of me, but some of you know who she is. And she heads up this club, and it promotes candidacy for women, advocacy, mentoring, and training to empower and successfully engage women at all levels of the Democratic Party. It was started in 1966 as a means of preparing and training women for elected office and for supporting women candidates. The mission of this club is to educate women about the Democratic Party and to motivate them, especially those who are seeking leadership. It is also a part of the D.C. Federation of Democratic Women, and it is a member group of the National Federation of Democratic Women, which is recognized by the DNC, which is the Democratic National Committee. Now, I hear some feedback. I don't know if it's in the studio or in your phone, but I hear feedback. And I hope we can clear the feedback up. Is it any way for you to not have your phone on speaker? Just take it off of speaker in case there's sounds around you. Thank you. That's better already. All right, so let us continue. We're going to be talking about the events that we're having today. So, Mindy, how are you? I wanted to let you say hello to everybody. I just introduced you.
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be on your show, Linda. Thank you.
It's so good to have you as well. Is this Reverend Burris? Are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
All right. I have Reverend Burris. She just called me. She probably got cut off, but she's here now. Let me introduce Reverend Denise Burris as well. Reverend Denise Burris both of these ladies are members of the D.C. Democratic Women's Club. And Reverend Denise Burris is an ordained minister in the AME Church and serves as the Minister of Health and Wellness at Turner Memorial, where she teaches serenity yoga and conducts wellness workshops and seminars. She's a certified yoga wellness educator, and when I finish introducing her, she's going to give us a 4-minute meditation just to set the stage and calm us all down, and then we'll talk about the programs of the D.C. Democratic Women. She practiced yoga since she was 19 years old, and when she was ordained as an itinerant minister, she incorporated the teaching and philosophy of yoga into her ministry and developed her gentle form of yoga and created a ministry called Serenity Yoga with Reverend Denise. Through Serenity with Denise, Reverend Burris has led women's retreats and Serenity Yoga retreats for churches, women's organizations throughout D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. She has taught yoga at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo, participated in Yoga Week events in Washington, D.C., and I give to you now Reverend Denise Burris so that she can do a 4-minute yoga, and then we're going to come back and talk to Saymendy Lloyd about what the programs that are coming up, and then we'll go to a commercial break, and we'll come back and talk a little bit more. All right, Reverend Burris, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much. First, let me just say on behalf of our president, Ms. Jeanette Mobley, we are honored to be here on your show tonight, and we are really excited about the program that we have coming up on the 31st. And I just want everyone to just sit back and get comfortable for a couple of minutes and focus on one of the things that is most important to all of us, and that is our breath and the way that we are able to feel the presence of the Holy Spirit and to recognize first that, you know, God created us in the image of his awesomeness and his beauty, and he miraculously made us. And there's so much healing and there's so much divine spirit when God created man and he created woman in his image. And when he breathed into us, he breathed not just our breath of life, he breathed into us the presence of his Holy Spirit. So I want everyone to just sit back for a minute, get comfortable in where you're sitting. Even if you're driving, just hang on to your steering wheel and keep moving down the highway. We're going to go into a little bit of relaxation together, if you don't mind.
This wisdom, meditation, and yoga to connect you to your sense of well-being, mind, body, and spirit. Every now and then, take a moment to purposely relax by doing the following. Pause and stop. Find an image that makes you smile and focus on that one thing. Begin to take slow, deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. This will slow down your heartbeat and it will increase oxygen to the brain. With both feet on the floor or on the grass, or you might be resting, close your eyes and begin to bring awareness to your feet. Bring awareness to your legs. Bring your awareness to your hands, your arms, and your torso. Notice your emotions and what you're feeling from your heart. Continue to breathe and allow your mind to focus only on the breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, slowly, deeply, and with purpose. On your next inhale, begin to imagine sending energy from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head. Relax as you exhale. Once you direct your energy to the crown, take in one big inhale through the nose and exhale slowly out of the mouth. Notice the relaxation in your mind. As your mind gives your muscles permission to relax, begin to relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyelashes. Relax your cheeks. Relax your jaw, your chin. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Notice the lightness of your shoulders. Send this relaxed energy along the spine, one vertebrae at a time, until you reconnect to the soles of your feet. Continue with your relaxed breathing as you connect this relaxed energy to your spirit. And when you have time, repeat these steps, moving slowly through each phase. May your thoughts generate inner peace and serenity. The God in me honors the God in you. Namaste.
All right. Well, thank you, Reverend Burris. We appreciate that meditation to help set the tone. It's been so much going on in the news with the war and trying to confirm our Supreme Court justice, and we're so excited that we know that she's going to be confirmed because we heard that Manson is going to vote for her. He said he was certain that he would vote for her. So that pretty much assures us that we will get the vote that we need.
And we say amen to that.
Yes, since Dr. Julian won't be on here today, I wanted to at least go on record to say how happy we are. We'll all be celebrating, as Senator Cory Booker said. We're going to be shouting and acting like we did when President Obama got elected. We're going to have a ball.
That's right.
It's Women's History Month, and it's time to celebrate. So, Saymendy Lloyd, I just want you all to know that Saymendy Lloyd is a Hall of Fame winner in the District of Columbia, and she coordinates a huge Christmas program every year for children of inmates. And I'm so excited about the work that she does as well. But Saymendy is going to talk a little bit about the honorees that we have coming up. We're having a big Women's History Month program with the D.C. Democratic Women's Club, which is why they're on here with me today. So I'm so glad she can talk a little bit about it, but go ahead and give some information, Saymendy. I have a few things I can add to it, but I want to let you give you a chance to talk first. Is Saymendy there? What is going on?
Well, I think that she's going to try to call back. So if you don't mind,
here. I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Here. Go ahead. Okay. All right, go ahead.
I can hear you. Can you all hear me?
Yes. Don't be on speaker, though. Put the phone to your ear.
No, I have a earpiece on. It's not a speaker. So
okay, let's go ahead.
On March 31st at 7 p.m., we will be hosting, the Democratic Women Club will be hosting the Black History Month celebration. And I'm glad to be serving in this organization under the leadership of none other than one of the pillars of Washington, D.C., Jeanette Mobley. We will be honoring wonderful women here in the Washington, D.C. area, and the categories are the Legacy Award. And it gives me great pleasure to announce that one of the women under that category will be Ramon Thomas. She has been an educator in the D.C. public schools for many years. And she has done, her leadership is exemplary. We also have Barbara Morgan of Ward 7, community. She's a community leader and a political activist here in the area. We also have our Servant Leadership Award, and we will be honoring wonderful women under that category as well. Barbara Shore, she established the Sasha Bruce Center, which we all know for homeless youth here in the District of Columbia. She's also a Washington, D.C. Hall of Famer. And we have Alice Thompson. She works with the Office of Aging, but Alice has shown a lot, have done a lot of work for the elderly in the Washington, D.C. area, and she's known for her wonderful work that she has done. These are the people that we will be honoring, and as I stated earlier, the categories are the Legacy Award, and we have the Servant Leadership Award. We are hoping that all of you will join in on March 31st at 7 p.m. You can visit the website for more information and to register, but we would love for you to join us, and we have some very special guests which the guest will be.
Let's talk about the guests after we go to our commercial break. So we're going to go to a commercial break now. You're listening to the Lyndia Grant Show here on Spirit 1340 WYCB. We're talking about the D.C. Democratic Women's Club, Washington, D.C., President Jeanette Mobley. We're talking about our Women History Month program that's coming up on March 31st. And you can participate on Zoom. We're going to talk more about it after our commercial break. Back in a moment.
If it wasn't for my care coach at AmeriHealth, I probably wouldn't be so healthy right now. As a man, we don't get checkups or see a doctor regularly anyways. It's probably just a man thing because none of my partners go either. We know we should, but we just don't, and hope it works out.
So what changed for you?
AmeriHealth assigned me a care coach, somebody that gives one-on-one help, answer questions, explain things, and help set my appointments. She also helped me understand what having high blood pressure really means and ways to manage it so it doesn't kill me. It ain't nothing to play with. If you're a member of AmeriHealth, ask for a care coach. I'm glad I got mine.
At AmeriHealth, if you need a care coach, you can have one. Just call us at 1-877-759-6224 to get connected. 1-877-759-6224. This program is funded in part by the government of the District of Columbia Department of Healthcare Finance. Mayor Muriel Bowser.
This is Frank Smith with the African American Civil War Museum in Washington, D.C., located at 1925 Vermont Avenue Northwest on the Green Line. Did you know that a recent study found that children who visit museums do better in school and in life than children who do not? So parents, teachers, and preachers, let's get moving. I promise you, if you bring your children to the African American Civil War Museum, they will be inspired by the images that they see. They will be impressed by our living history reenactors who are always available, and they will be involved in our scavenger hunt that takes them throughout our exhibit. That's the African American Civil War Museum, 1925 Vermont Avenue. Our hours are 10 to 6:30 on weekdays, 12 to 4 on Saturdays and Sundays. See it. Be inspired.
Washington and former religion columnist Lyndia Grant.
Ida B. Wells, born into enslavement, was a journalist and activist. An avid reader, she read through the entire Bible many times. Wells was once asked to leave the ladies' car and sit in the colored train. She refused and train officials pushed her. Ida B. Wells retaliated but was pushed off the train at the next stop. A crowd of whites applauded. She vowed to get even. 3 of her close friends were lynched for opening businesses that cut into profits of whites. Everything changed for Wells. She spoke out internationally against lynching of blacks for the rest of her life. Through her efforts, lynching in America nearly disappeared by the time of her death. An NAACP founder, we salute Ida B. Wells for Women's History Month.
Read more in the religion column of the Washington Informer, an award-winning African-American newspaper. We don't report crime or gossip, just positive news. Pick up the Washington Informer or visit us online at WashingtonInformer.com. Call 202-561-4100 for more information.
You're listening to the Lyndia Grant Show here on Spirit 1340 WYCB. And I still hear feedback, but we're going to try to get through the show. We're doing the best we can here today, you all. I'm so sorry. I don't know where the feedback is coming from. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some of our guest speakers that we're going to have on for the program next week. I understand we have a couple of exciting special guests. Saymendy?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and tell us. Yes, I don't want to give it away. I'm ready to, but I'm waiting on you to tell everybody. Who is our main guest speaker next week? The 31st.
Before I go into that, I would like to apologize. I did mention Black History. I actually meant the Women History Month. Yes. Denise is going to go ahead and talk about our special guest.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, you know, we are just so honored that the Honorable Congressman James Clyburn is going to be our main guest speaker. And, of course, we all know that he's our majority whip and third-ranking Democrat in the United States House of Representatives. And we also are going to be blessed to have Miss Erin Wilson, who is the Deputy Director of Political Strategy. She is a special assistant now to President Joe Biden, and she's got an extensive working history in the politics and the political arena to support helping to bring our president into the White House. So we are honored to have both of them to be joining us next Thursday for our Women's History celebration.
And Reverend Denise Burris is going to be also our guest. She's going to do a meditation. She's on our flyer. Yes. Mm-hmm. So, and the theme is providing healing and promoting hope. I love the healing part especially, and I truly love the hope part because I love Reverend Jesse Jackson, and he always talks about keep hope alive, because if we don't have any hope, you can forget about it. People, that's why they go jump off bridges, because they don't have any hope. But healing is so crucial, and people need healing. And so that's where Reverend Burris is going to come in to make sure we understand that we have to take care of our minds, our bodies, and our spirit. And because we're a political group, Jim Clyburn is going to be giving a message to us, and we're so excited that he is going to be in the program in celebration of Women's History Month. You can join us as we honor several trailblazing local women that you just heard Saymendy mention a few minutes ago. Now you can go ahead, Saymendy.
You know, as you stated, the theme for our program on Thursday is providing healing, promoting hope. And this is bringing attention to both and giving tribute to the ceaseless work that caregivers have been given and the frontline workers during this ongoing pandemic. Most of our honorees and many others, unfortunately, we cannot honor everyone at the same time. But we want you all to know that during this Women's History Month, we recognize all of you who have been caregivers, who have given the shoulders, who have been the wing beneath the wing. And we just want you all to know that we really do appreciate and honor everybody, all women during this Women's History Month. And I would like to...
Go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to also...
Saymendy, are you there? Go ahead. I don't know if she got cut off, but I'm going to just go ahead and finish up because we only have a few more minutes. Saymendy is famous around D.C. for serving over more than 300 people a week. And one of my sorors is a school teacher, that Andrea Connors Roberson is a member of my chapter of Gamma Phi Delta sorority. And she used to teach at John Burroughs Elementary School. And Saymendy Lloyd had that program that was documented by CarMax, talking about a documentary exploring how she did rehabilitation programs for inmates and changed the landscape of education as the founder of a program called Reading Voyage Program, and that was held at John Burroughs Elementary School. So she's a member of our club, and she's also a D.C. Hall of Famer. You heard me talk about all the exciting stuff that Reverend Burris has done. I couldn't give you all their background, but I wanted you all to know they both have extensive history, and we're so pleased to have them as members. Please go to the D.C. Democratic Women's website to register, because you do have to register to be on our program on the 31st in order to be a participant by Zoom. You can send it to anybody in the country. You can tell them, contact the website of D.C. Democratic Women's Club. Go to our website. There's a link there that you can register so that you can have them participate in these awards that we've been given for Women's History Month, and you can hear Congressman Jim Clyburn, you can hear Reverend Denise Burris, and you can hear the Special Assistant to the President, Erin Wilson. Now, Reverend Denise, you give your closing comments, and then we'll be out of time.
Well, my goodness, let me just say how important it is that we have this opportunity. This week has been, to us, a very phenomenal week in history and taking us to the next generation that's going to be bringing us up. And I just want to say that one of the comments that Congressman Clyburn said about Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is that how beautifully she handled herself remarkably throughout the confirmation hearings, and that she's going to make a phenomenal addition to the Supreme Court. And I just want to talk about that Barringer of hope that Senator Cory Booker brought us to, just moments of tears and moments of just that inspiration that we all hoped for, that star that, reflecting back on Harriet Tubman. And so it's an exciting moment for us to be together. And I can't stress enough, and I'm just so glad that you have us here, Ms. Lyndia Grant, because we want people to go to our website to register. And it's at the DC Democratic Women's Club.org. And you can click on the events. And that link to join, to register, will be up no later than tomorrow. So if you go there and you don't see it today, please check back, DC Democratic Women's Club.org.
All right, that does it. That does it for our show this week.
We love you, Sister Lyndia.
Subscribe to our YouTube page. The Lyndia Grant Show will show up in your email every week. Thank you for being our guest today. Read my column in the Washington Informer newspaper. It is the Religion Corner. I have a special Women's History Month tribute this week. Pick up the Informer. Thank you for tuning in to the Lyndia Grant Show. Next week, our guest will be my high school friend, Lynn Dyson. He is the CEO of Multimedia. He's going to be promoting a play that he's doing about Shirley Chisholm. So tune in next week to hear Lynn Dyson. All right, that does it. Words, thoughts, and deeds have a boomerang effect. So be careful what you send out. Scripture says, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Philippians 4:6 says, think on these things. From the Lyndia Grant Show, I'm your host, Lyndia Grant. Good day.
Thank you for listening to the Lyndia Grant Show. Think on these things with your host, Lyndia Grant.